Hi guys, and welcome to the first garden tour of 2020. This is The Masked Gardener, and sorry I'm a little distracted right now. Somebody's trying to play with a ball, so there's going to be some dog noise in the background. This is going to be the first tour of 2020. I am in Zone 7A, so I just want to show you what's going on in the greenhouse. So, here's our little wonderful fire hazard we've got. So, like I said, I'm in Zone 7A. A lot of what's in here are citrus, and we have to have it heated in order for them to make it through the winter here. But I'm actually going to be trying a new little experiment this year in which I'm going to try to get limequats, a kumquat, and a satsuma to survive outside with some winter protection of covering them. So some of those are in here. I still am needing to get my kumquat, so we're going to go on in here. And I'm going to tell you all what we've got going on. This beautiful flowering beauty is my limequat tree. And sorry for the noise of the hot air blowing in here. We keep it above 40 in here in the winter, which our winters can get down to 10, sometimes down to 0 at times. So that is our beautiful little limequat. This here is a secondary limequat, and sorry for all the storage back here, I keep my tools and stuff up there. This is another limequat that has some Christmas lights through it that are weather resistant, so you can be able to water over them and everything. So this is my other limequat. It's taller. I bought it when it was much older, and it's going to be able to handle the weather a little more. We're going to try having it out there in the spring. So over here, we actually have, back there's a Tabasco pepper that I cut back heavily. I let a few of the fruit stay on so that I can be able to collect seeds. And again, this is in late January, so we've got some little Tabascos on there. This thing is covered. I'll try to post a picture of that later. I keep some hanging baskets in here to have some storage of stuff. I keep paper that instead of trashing it, I keep it around to put into the composter in here. So you'll see some paper scraps and stuff around. So this here is my jalapeno, and we have some jalapenos currently on it at the moment. It's very nice. This is a Carolina Reaper that I bought when it was in a very sad state, and I decided to put it in here and actually put on a bunch of growth. It's yellowing because again it's January here. This is an elderberry that I'm going to plant outside in the spring. This was a try at rooting some lavender. I got some successful attempts up there, but this was my unsuccessful attempt. This right here is my black mulberry that I'm just getting because I want to eat it. It couldn't be able to go outside here, but I've got it in a pot right now because it's very young. I have a leek there that I grew up from cutting from the grocery store, so I'm seeing how much I can do to grow this up. This is a dwarf pomegranate, and I just have it here for funsies. I have several other pomegranates that are hardy to Zone 7, so it's just a little experiment. Down here we have my Meyer lemon. I've been able to harvest a few off of it so far, and we've got 2 more that are almost ready, so excited about that. Here we have the Dragon Cayenne, and you can see it's trying to grow back. It is a fighter. That thing grew from a seed that fell on the ground in the middle of the garden. It survived 2 frosts as a seedling, so that thing, and it produced way more than the one that I bought at the store, so that thing is super hardy. Here we have, excuse me, my variegated pink lemon, pink Eureka lemon. We have a passion fruit there. There is a tea plant, Camilla. I have a kumquat there, which is just a variegated kumquat. It's going to be one of those sour ones, not super sweet. That tree that I have up there in the green pot, that is a Barbados cherry. And I have a couple against the edge there, bay trees. Behind this variegated lemon right there is a Persian lime, or bear's lime. This one here is Nowari Satsuma. I've had it for a little while. Back there I have more tea plants, and I have several different plants along the back over there that we'll get into at a later date, because that's actually a fun little side project. I'm going to be starting my seeds in here in a few weeks for the leeks and some other things that you can plant early, so we'll go through that. And I'm going to show you some of the trees I have outside. Please ignore the mess. We have a few projects going on around the house. So this here is my Methley plum. This one here is my Ozark plum, which can go with the Methley to pollinate each other. I got it from a local greenhouse, and it's a really big trunk, so we'll see. It might not take too well to the pot. We'll see how that does. This one here is a persimmon, a Fuyu persimmon. We actually have some friends in Japan that are coming back home, and that's the kind of persimmon they have around there, and we're kind of excited that we hope that we'll have some persimmons that they can remember when they come back. Also here have a pomegranate. This is a Russian pomegranate, so we're gonna see how well he does. I have two more that I'm gonna pot up and bring outside, and so hopefully that goes pretty well. The dogs are surprisingly calm outside right now. Hey girl. Hey. So I'm gonna show you the first fruit tree we put in the ground. We have a huge problem here that our backyard has this huge oak tree. It's right there on the border of our two properties. The middle of the tree is actually right where the property line is. Theirs comes over a little bit from the fence. So this tree hits on both of our properties and drops branches everywhere. So it means that most of the backyard is in full shade. This is my peach tree. See if I can get a better angle. Yes, this here is my peach tree. It is a Blaze Prince, I believe it's what it's called. Yes, a Blaze Prince peach, and we're gonna see how well it does. Last year it actually got a lot thicker and put off a lot more branches, so it's supposed to take a few years before it fruits, so hope it does all right. This here, this is our potato bucket. We actually harvested quite a few potatoes out of this bucket. So we're excited for that one. Sorry, neighbors are outside, so I'm not wanting to disturb them. So on this side, we have quite a few things that I'm going to get into later. You're going to see that it is a big mess, and I'm in the process of redoing the poles. So actually, I think I'm going to go over that one next weekend. It's going to be a lot warmer, and I should have a lot of the stuff done then. So let me show you something else real quick. That's going to be part where the project for the citrus is going to be. So this is south facing. So we have that tree there that covers the whole backyard. So we have that big tree, but in the summer, the sun tracks there. So in the summer we get full sun, in like right against the house. And in the springtime it gets like close to full sun. And in the winter all the leaves are gone back here, so it actually does get direct sunlight. Mottled, but still direct sunlight nonetheless. So right here, there's this 8-foot section. Hi, Panda Bear. There's this 8-foot section here that used to have these big bushes that were kind of useless. They took up a lot of space. I had to trim them all the time. It just wasn't very good. So we're going to be we're drilling down those stumps and putting in some better soil, gonna mix it into our natural clay that we've got, and then that's where I'm gonna put those 3 citrus trees, and we're gonna try to see if we can make it work here in Zone 7A. So I'm excited about that. Sorry, neighbor's dog's looking at me. So that's gonna be the project, and I'm gonna start that in April and May. For now I'm working on getting those stumps and everything out, and that's mostly what I'm growing right now. Over in the side garden, I do a lot more annuals. That's where I do the tomatoes and peppers and such, and we're gonna go over that probably next week. I do have other videos that I posted as look back onto summer, so you can see what it looks like in the middle of summer over there, even though we have made some changes since then. And I'm excited to show you what we did to the front yard. We didn't make it a full garden, but I was able to convert a section of it along the driveway into a fun little garden. So thank you guys for watching, and hope that you get to see what all's going on in our garden during the summer, and hopefully you'll get some ideas and can give me some ideas. So thank y'all. See ya.